Summers are quickly approaching and school is almost out for the break. For many families around Cenla, that means finding meal options while students are out of school. As Colin Vidros reports, the summer can be the hungriest time of year for families with school-aged children.
We are thrilled that Louisiana came into the program. We have been working to expand Summer EBT for years.
Crystal Fitzsimons is the Child Nutrition Programs and Policy Director for the Food Research and Action Center. She says the summer can not only be the hungriest time of the year for families with school-aged children, but also the least healthy.
Kids actually gain more weight during the summer when they lose access to the healthy meals that are served at school. So Summer Bucks really does help make sure that families are able to stretch their household food dollars, to stretch their budget, and to really make sure that kids are not going hungry at home.
According to FRAC, almost 594,000 children in Louisiana would be qualified to receive the Summer EBT benefit. This would mean that this summer, payments totaling over $71 million will be given to low-income families.
We talk about during the school year, kids having free and reduced meals during the school day. Well, in the summer, that's gone. And so we know families who are already food insecure even have sometimes tougher months during the summer.
The Food Bank of Central Louisiana serves about 20,000 individuals each month. However, 1 in 5 school children in the 11 parish service area are food insecure. That's according to Linda Hudson, Director of Development and Community Relations for the Food Bank of Cenla.
So we're talking about 18,000 school children who don't have enough to eat. So programs like the Food Bank, programs like Summer EBT and the regular EBT program really do help families fill in the gap so they're able to have enough nutritious food for themselves and their families.
We asked our viewers for their thoughts on the program. Many of you agreed with the program coming back to the Pelican State. On Monday, the state's Department of Children and Family Services announced Louisiana will participate in the federal Summer EBT program, Sunbucks. This comes despite Governor Jeff Landry initially rejecting the program, which urged lawmakers to find a quick solution to bring the program back.
Well, unfortunately, poverty is, wide across our service area. And so we know that there are families who are struggling to have enough for their rent, their housing, their utilities, and a lot of times where they cut back is with their food. So programs like this provide families the opportunity to be able to provide nutritious foods for their children during the summer months.
Covering Cenla, 4 News Channel 5, I'm Colin Vidros.
And for more on Louisiana's participation in the Sunbucks program, you can go to sunbucks.la.gov.